Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 96, and we are finding the least common multiple. The time before we have found the greatest common factor, but now we're going to find the least common multiple, okay? So, go ahead and write down just some of our easy vocab. The first one, a prime number, we know this, has exactly two factors, itself and 1. And then the least number that is evenly, sorry, I forgot to write this, divisible by each of the numbers in a set of numbers is called the least common multiple. So when we're done, each of these numbers can fit in evenly with this bigger number that we're dealing with. Okay, so to find the least common multiple, there are two steps that we have to follow. So here we go. Number 1, write each number as a product of prime factors. Meaning we're gonna, for example, 24. When we do 24, we're going to make a multiplication problem, and all those numbers have to be prime, and they equal 24. So sometimes it's 4 or 5 numbers, but all the numbers are prime. So we're factoring it into only prime numbers. So we couldn't put 12 and 2, because 12 is not a prime number. 2 is. But 2 and 4 and 3 is a prime number, 4 is not, so then we have to break 4 into 2 and 2. I'll explain that a little bit more later. Okay? The next step, use every factor of the given number. So when we write out all the factors of 24, all the factors of 36, use every factor of the given numbers as a factor of the LCM, or least common multiple. Use each factor the greatest or the biggest number of times it is a factor of any number. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one with you first, and you can kind of get a feel. So 24, I'm going to divide it by 2, and then another factor, I would be 2 times 12 would give me 24. 12 is not prime, so let's see, I could do 2 times 6, but 6 isn't prime, and 6 is really 3 times 2. So 2 and 3. 3 times 2 is 6, times 2 is 12, times 2 is 24. So these are all prime numbers, and that when you multiply them together, they equal 24. When I do it for 36, I could do, let's see, 9 times 4. 4 is really 2 times 2, and 9 is really 3 times 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I see the numbers that they have in common, okay? So I have 2s and 3s, and I use the number of each number that is used the most. So we have a 2 and a 3. 2 here is used 3 times, so it would be 2 times 2 times 2. 3 is used twice here, so 3 times 3. When I multiply all these numbers together, I get 72. And 72 is the least common multiple of 24 and 36. Alright, I'm going to do it again, just to kind of help you out. Okay, so I have the numbers 11, 12, and 18. Well, 11's easy, because it's already a prime number. So I'm going to put 11. And then when we do 12, we kind of did 12 when we worked at 24. If I divide 12 by 2, it would be 6 times 2, and I have to break 6 into a prime number, which is 2 times 3. All right. And then 18. I could do 2 times 9. Well, 2 works, and 9, break that into 2 prime numbers, 3 and 3. So these are the numbers that I have. Okay, the number 2 is a factor in both 12 and 18. And where does it appear the most? With my 12. So I'm going to put, it appears twice, so I need to use it twice. Okay. 3 is a factor in 12 and 18 too, and it appears the most in 18 twice, so I need to use it twice. And then 11 is a factor, but I only use it once, so I'm just going to put it once. When you multiply these together, you actually get 396, which is your LCM of 11, 12, and 18. Alright, now we're going to try this one. Okay, and it's a little bit harder. So we have 10 a to the second, c to the fourth, and then we have 15, which is a to the third and c to the third. So what we have to do is we have to break up the numbers and the letters. So in the first one, I'm going to turn my 10 into a prime number, which is going to be 2 times 5. 5 is prime, 2 is prime. Okay, now I'm just going to break apart my letters. So I have A and A, because it's a to the second. A times A is A squared. C times C times C times C, which is C times C times C times C is C to the fourth. I'm going to go down and break my 15 into prime numbers, which would be 3 and 5. Multiply A to the third, so A times A times A. C to the third, C times C times C. Wonderful. Okay, so let's see. My factors that I have a 2, a 3, and a 5, and they only appear once. So 2 times 3 times 5. They only appear once. All right. A is in this one, and it appears twice here and 3 times here. So I'm going to use it the 3 times A. Remember, you want the greatest amount of times. C appears here and C appears here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. When I rewrite this, I would do, let's see, 2 times 3 is 6 times 5 is 30. A to the 1, 2, 3, 3 power. C to the 1, 2, 3, 4. C to the 4th power. Least common multiple is 30. A to the 3rd, C to the 4th. All right, we're going to try one that's a little bit harder. Okay, so we have 6 p to the second, s to the third, 2m to the second, s to the second, 8m to the third, and then p. So I have to break them apart into their prime factors. So 6 is 2 and 3, and then p twice, s, 2 once. M I need twice because they're multiplied by m times m is m squared, and then s times s is s squared. I need to break apart 8. So I could do 2 and 4, but then 4 is not prime, but 4 could be 2 and 2. So I'd have 3 2's, and then m3, so 1, 2, 3, and then p. It's 3 m's because m times m is m squared, times m again is m to the 3rd power, or cubed. Okay, I'm going to draw a line so we don't confuse ourselves with the first one. Okay, so I'm going to go through. 2 isn't all of them, but it's in 8 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, the next one, 3 is only in here once. So times 3. There's no other numbers, so I'm going to go to letters. M. We have M here and here. M, 1, 2, 3. M. It's also in this one, but this one has it 3 times, and we want it the most. P, there's 1 P here, but there's 2 P's here, so I'm going to use the bigger one. P. And then S, there's 1 S here, but 3 up here, so 1, 2, 3. So when I do it together, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 is equal to, I'm going to write it right here. It's going to be kind of small, but 24. Then m, how many do I have? M times m is m squared, then m to the 3rd cubed, p squared, because I have 2 of them, and s cubed. So 24 m cubed, p squared, and s cubed. All right, here is your lesson practice. Number 1, 6 c to the 2nd, d to the 7th, and then 15 c to the 5th, d, find the least common multiple of those two. Number 2, 4k p to the 3rd, n to the n squared, 5k squared p cubed, and then 20 n to the 4th k cubed. And we will check our answers tomorrow. And this is your last lesson before spring break.